What's up, my YouTube and Instagram family? This your boy Roberto checking in with another conspiracy video. Today I'm going to be talking about celebrities selling their soul for fame and fortune. Uh, I've done a video on this before, but I just want to touch subject. There are some people, you know, a lot of people get it confused with thinking when they think of celebrities selling their soul, they only think of mainly singers, rappers, and like pop stars and people of that sort. I mean, of course, we know actors too, but it's not just the singers and the rappers and things of that sort. Excuse me. People selling their souls on all levels. Um, Actors and actresses, they do the same thing. Basketball players, it happens a lot, guys. You'll see somebody come out of nowhere and just, even like some of our billionaires like Jeff Bezos, they sell their soul, guys. They sell their souls to get to those levels. It's not just your rappers and things like that and singers. People like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, in order to get to where they got it and get their company to just skyrocket out of nowhere, they make a sacrifice, and that's their soul. They sell it, and what comes along with that is fame and fortune. Or even if they already have some kind of fame and some kind of fortune, it takes them to the next level. As you guys know, in recent years, Amazon skyrocketed to the top. Jeff Bezos now the richest man in the world, surpassing Bill Gates. Um, the richest people that we keep track of. There are people out there richer than Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos. They just, people like kings and queens, they don't keep track of their money's private, so they don't count them. This is only people whose net worth is not private. Uh, but yes, Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, just like Bill Gates, sold his soul so that his company can become the number one company in the world. And then you have people that refuse to sell their soul, and next thing you know, they either go bankrupt or their company doesn't work out, or they get forgot about. Even with like actors and actresses, they're the worst. They get it the worst. Besides the rappers and the singers, in order for their careers to blow up to the next level, they have to sell their soul, and a lot of times, some of them actually decline to do it. And Hollywood is a terrible place for Harvey Weinstein, the famous director that you all know about, that was just sentenced to 23 years in prison for sexually harassing a lot of females, which he was doing for years. People knew about it, but they kept it silent. It was like something everybody knew about, but it was kept silent because he was such a powerful guy. Um, he would force girls to have sex with him, or basically sell their soul to him so that they can have the fame and fortune. And a lot of the ladies that didn't do it, you never heard about them. Their acting career didn't go anywhere because he would blackball them out of it. That's what happens when you don't do as they're told. You're blackballed. It happens a lot of time with rappers too. You'll see a rapper just blow up out of nowhere. Like he's grinding, he gets a record deal, and instead of just becoming big, they become major. Rapper like DaBaby. DaBaby was, he was a big local rapper, got a little bigger, and he signed this contract basically selling his soul so that he can become one of the biggest rappers in the game and become a juggernaut. And that's exactly what happens. They get this fame and fortune. It brings them everything they could possibly think of, and it happens on so many levels. Even your YouTubers, you'll see them get to a certain point where they become so big, and then next thing you know, they get a sponsor or they sign some kind of contract, and they're like the biggest YouTuber out there. It happens on every level, guys. Don't be so tunnel vision and think it happens in politics too. Um, you'll see a politician that's middle of the bunch, and then next thing you know, he's running for president. He's like the biggest person on earth. Uh, it, it, it it's a scary thing, but people are selling their soul just for the fame, fortune, or for a good position. Uh, like I said, you have like people like Beyonce, Jay Z. They're like some of the biggest names right now, but at some point, they were just regular, middle of the bunch. But to get to that next level, and the more people do, the more sacrifices you make, and the more people you sacrifice, the higher you become. As you know, a lot of people when they sign these contracts selling their soul, they have to sacrifice somebody, and you'll see it happen all the time. When the baby was blowing up last year, becoming the biggest thing, he lost his father. Um, it, the list goes on of people like anybody you can think of. NBA YoungBoy, he lost a couple friends. Uh, it could be a friend, a family, a child, or anything, but they're gonna sacrifice somebody that's real close to you and deep down inside for you to take off to that next level. Um, these sacrifices are major things. Meek Mills sacrificed Little Snoop. When Little Snoop died, Meek Mills was always small. He was never bigger than Wale up until that point. When that happened, Meek Mill skyrocketed. He's bigger than Rick Ross and Wale right now. But he made that sacrifice. Everybody makes a sacrifice to get to where they want to get. It's selfish. Even actors and actresses, they'll sacrifice their own family members so that they can become the best of the best and they can make a name for themselves because they're tired of being at the bottom of the podium or just not being, as famous as other people. Um, Give or take, some of these people work hard to get to a certain point, but they get stuck there and they get tired of being stuck there, and their record label won't let them exceed until they become, until they sacrifice somebody. They sell their soul and sacrifice somebody. Anytime you sell your soul, you have to sacrifice somebody. That's one thing I would never do. I would never sell my soul, and I would never sacrifice anybody that I love for anything. Um, a lot of these actors, actresses, celebrities, in general, they will sacrifice whomever just to become some kind of big star. Like I said, we see it all the time. Kevin Hart's been around for so long, and then next thing you know, Kevin Hart blew up out of nowhere. Just blew up. He was around, but he was never, it was always Cat Williams. Um, and then Kevin Hart blew up. And the reason for Kevin Hart blowing up, because he did sell his soul, but on that same line, Kevin Hart, Cat Williams was the biggest comedian at the time. Cat Williams did not want to be in the Illuminati no more, and he wanted to get his soul back. When I tell you, anytime you try to do that, they don't allow that. They don't like it. So they tried to make Cat Williams out to be crazy. They destroyed his career. He was in and out of jail, and then Kevin Hart blew up. It's perfect timing. That's how things work. They'll blackball you out the industry, make everybody think you're crazy, and then they get you out of there. Kanye West sacrificed his mother. When Kanye West's mother died, Kanye West went from being a great rapper to an all-time legend, arguably one of the top 5 greatest rappers ever. Now he's doing so much. He has a clothing line. And even still then, Kanye West is seeing how things work. How these elite clothing designers control everything that goes on. Kanye West, like I said, he sacrificed his mother. He got to where he wanted to be. Now he's one of the biggest celebrities in the game. He controls so much. Um, but like I said, when you sell your soul and sacrifice, you're gonna pay the price somewhere down the line. And it's been times where Kanye West was trying to get out of it, and they tried to make him out to be a crazy guy, and he just kind of gave up on it. Michael Jackson wanted to get out of the Illuminati. He sold his soul a long time ago, and they weren't allowing it. Then they tried to make him out to be a child molester. All these things started going against Michael Jackson, all because he wanted to get out of the Illuminati. It does not work like that. Once you sacrifice and you get somebody killed and you're deep in it and you become that big star and your name's implemented, everybody know who you are, you can't get out of it. It doesn't happen. You're trapped. And that's just how the game goes. A lot of people don't want to understand that, but you have to understand that's just how life is. A lot of these singers and rappers in their videos, they're doing rituals right in our face. Rituals right in our face in these videos. So many signs. You have to pay attention because it's everywhere. Once you sell your soul, they're going to put in your video. It's so obvious of who's demonic in this industry. I've even heard celebrity parties. There's so much ritual, demonic stuff that goes on in these parties, even down to the some of your favorite rappers are sleeping with other guys, like people from the label, just people that are in control. And this is what happens. Like some of the rappers that get big, they don't sacrifice somebody. Sometimes they have to sacrifice their manhood, just to get to where they want to be. So some of your favorite rappers are low key gay because they want to blow up their career, and that's the sacrifice they had to make. In order to get to that next level, they had to sacrifice their manhood. Actors and actresses, a lot of actors, black male actors, they try to put them in dresses in movies and to make them feminine. And the ones that say no to it, then they usually don't get a big role, any more big roles after that. You can't tell them no. They control you now. Once you sign that paper and you sign your life away, that's it. That's it. And when I say some of the biggest names in the industry are being controlled and being used and abused, even down to the females, they're selling their body for fame and fortune to have a big career. And then the ones that don't want to do it, poof, they disappear. That's just how it works. So when people sell their soul, man, they're sacrificing so much. The guys are sacrificing their manhood. The women are sacrificing their livelihood and how they go about things. Their whole character gets destroyed. And then when you try to deny it and you don't want it anymore, your career's over. Your money's gone. They're going to take everything from you. So a lot of people you see scared to do it. Once they sell their soul and they can't get out of it. They can't get out of it. So these sacrifices these people make are real. It really people out here dying just for one person to go up to the next level. A lot of people believe YNW Melly sacrificed his friends so his career can get big. Young and Ace, a rapper from Jacksonville, where I'm from. His career blew up after his friends died. Everybody in the car was shot up. He was the only one survived. Excuse me. His brother and two of his friends, brother and two of his friends, I believe, got killed, and he survived. And after he survived, his career went to the next level. The next level. He blew up. Go check out Young and Ace and find out about his story. But this is what happens when you sacrifice. Some people sacrifice, they don't become as big as others, but they become way bigger than what they were. The money starts coming in. People are really sacrificing for their own good. And it's been happening for years and years and years. And some people will, if they don't want to sacrifice a friend or a family member, they sacrifice their manhood. Women will give up their bodies. Who do you know? What celebrity you know sacrificed? Harvey Weinstein was just a big predator in Hollywood, feasting on a lot of women that he felt were vulnerable and wanted to make their careers to the next level. Force them to do threesomes, force them to have sex with them, force them to do that. They were basically his sex slaves. For years, he got away with it because he was so powerful in Hollywood. Everybody was scared of him because he would get you blackballed out. So a lot of people didn't say anything. It's even been male actors that said some of these top-end directors were trying to sleep with them and feeling on them at parties. A lot of these parties are like they're rituals for these powerful people to feed on like prey. They're like apex predators feeding on the weak. I'm gonna get in one of these celebrity parties and let you guys see what actually goes on, and you will be amazed at what really goes on. Your favorite rappers sleeping with other guys just for fame and fortune. It's happening all over the world, and I'm here to let you know. All right, so I'm gonna have another part that is coming. I'll talk to you guys later.